This is the Amateur Radio Frequency Band Plan. The band plan is established and maintained by the Federal Communications Commission. The band plan outlines and describes the frequency band privileges of each amateur radio license class. What you are looking at is the band plan illustration produced by the Amateur Radio Relay League. As an amateur radio license instructor and member of ARRL, I am provided copies of the band plan to hand out to my students. This guiding document is for all amateur radio operators. Every amateur radio operator I know has the band plan next to their radio. It is part of demonstrating good radio discipline in everything amateur radio. In this video, I'm going to explain how amateur radio operators use the band plan as a guide to work within the limits of their frequency band privileges. The FCC is very clear that radio operators must work within their assigned frequency bands. My signal may not bleed over into another adjoining frequency group. For that reason, it is important to be mindful of the edges of the frequency band, so the signal does not interfere with another signal on an adjoining band. Interference is taken very seriously when using a radio. Some bands have the ability to be used locally, and because they have a short range, have a limited potential for interference. But in the high-frequency bands, these waves can travel around the world, creating a high potential for interference. Referencing the band plan as I am operating keeps me from straying. As you look at the band plan, I want you to focus on the key. Notice that at the bottom of the key is listed the novice, technician, general, advanced, and amateur extra licenses. This is a list of the licenses that exist at this time for amateur radio operators. The novice and the advanced license classes are being phased out, so there's no testing for them now. As operators pass on and become a silent key, or fail to renew their licenses, the novice and advanced license classes will become extinct. So we're left with the technician, general, and amateur extra license class. Above the license listings are colored boxes which indicate what mode of operation is permitted on each frequency band. Let's go through them. The first box in red. Where red shows up on the band plan, the mode used is RTTY and data. When green is displayed on a frequency band, the operator may use phone and image modes. When amateur radio operators call using a voice mode on their radio, the radio is referred to as a phone, and the operator is making a call. An amateur radio station is not for broadcasting. It is for making calls. When I talk about using the image mode, I am referring to slow scan TV. One exciting source of slow scan pictures is the International Space Station. But also know that many operators on Earth get into slow scan TV. The next box is white with a wavy line. The box indicates the use of CW. CW, or Morse code, is permitted on all frequency bands except for technician license class operator. The white box indicates where technician license holders can operate in CW. The yellow box indicated where single sideband radio use is permitted. The blue box is tied to the 60-meter frequency band only. Technicians do not have privileges here. The gold box is for fixed digital message forwarding systems. It only exists on the 1.25 meters band. When looking at the band plan, notice that there are 3 columns of frequency bands. Go to the bottom right corner of the white square and locate the 23 centimeters band. Below the 23 centimeters frequency band is a listing of frequencies available to everyone except the novice class license. Looking at the 23 centimeters frequency band, the license permissions are listed on the right side of the frequency band shown. The T is for the technician license class. Whenever a T is present, the technician licensed operator can operate there. Looking at the scale, you will see a frequency range. The 23 centimeter frequency band allows amateur radio use from 1240 to 1300 megahertz. Each frequency band has the frequency range listed. To sum this up quickly, the technician license class has frequency permissions on 23 centimeters frequency band through the 10-meter frequency band. The technician license has CW permissions on the 15 meters band and CW on the 40 and 80 meters frequency bands. The 70 centimeters, UHF, and the 2 meters VHF bands are most popular with beginners. Amateur radio repeaters have assigned frequencies in these bands. This reduces the number of frequencies available for direct line communications. Repeaters are a valuable tool for getting started, as repeaters expand the operator's radio coverage in a local area. I encourage my students to begin the work for a general license as soon as the technician license is achieved. The general license opens up the high-frequency experience. At the point a technician operator obtains a general license, the rest of the frequency bands become available for use. I want to insert some personal thoughts about using the frequency bands. I want to take the time to answer a question that is often posed to me by students as I'm going over the band plan with them in class. That question is, what band do you use and why do you use it? My response to that question is that I use the band that gives me the best signal. At this point, my students look annoyed. Very simply, I go where the propagation is. Frequency bands are heavily influenced by the weather and atmospheric conditions, so radio wave quality and strength can vary from hour to hour and day to day. In any given day, some bands will be hot and others will be cold. When a band is hot, high-frequency propagation gives me the ability to build and create a magnetic wave that can travel around the globe. As an amateur radio operator, I have an opportunity to visit many different places and talk to real people and learn about their part of the world. It's a lot of fun taking the trip. If you are interested in getting an amateur radio license, contact your local ham radio club.